All right, moving on. Well, it has taken 57 days for the Sialda court today to convict the prime accused Sanjay Roy in the Arjikar rape case. While the trial has been faster than many previous such cases, the quantum of punishment will now be determined on the 20th of January. At the time of the verdict, Sanjay Roy was told that the court he was framed. However, the judge has given him an opportunity to speak before the sentence is pronounced. The trainee doctor's body was found in a seminar hall in Arjikar Medical College on the 9th of August, leading to widespread protests in the country. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show today is Rajashri Lahiri, spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Nilanjan Das, TMC leader, joins us on the show as well. Sumit Peer, political commentator, with us on the broadcast as well. Last but by no means the least, Tahira Hassan, women rights activist, will be joining us shortly. Dr. PSV Rao, consultant surgeon, Manipal Hospital, with us on the show as well. And Ramakant Gaur, Supreme Court lawyer, joins us on the program as well. But before that, we have some breaking news coming in as well. Arjikar victims' parents have spoken exclusively to Newsx. The father has reacted to the verdict, and he says that we are not satisfied yet and will want full justice. Listen in.
फैसला से खुशी है, खुशी होने का कोई बात नहीं है। ये जो विचार व्यवस्था का पहला पड़ाव खत्म हुआ है और जस्टिस ऐसे मिला, हम जैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। फैसला से खुशी है, खुशी होने का कोई बात नहीं है। ये जो विचार व्यवस्था का पहला पड़ाव खत्म हुआ है और जस्टिस ऐसे मिला, हम जैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। फैसला से
Renik, my colleague, is joining us live at this point in time. Renik, सोमवार का इंतज़ार होगा माँ बाप को, क्योंकि जज ने भी कहा है कि जो गिल्टी हैं उनको दोषी पाया गया है, पर जो क्वांटम है वो सोमवार को ही पता लगेगा।
हाँ, एकदम देखिए, परिवार को और 2 दिन वेट करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से 162 दिन के टाइम पर ये आज सियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से दोषी ठहराया गया है आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर कोलकाता पुलिस का ये जो सिविक वॉलंटियर संजय रॉय को, और उसी को देखते हुए परिवार को और 2 दिन वेट करना पड़ेगा कि ये दोषी संजय रॉय को क्या सजा मिलता है, क्योंकि संजय के खिलाफ में जो चार्जेस लगाया गया था सीबीआई की तरफ से, ये तीनों चार्जेस में आज सियालदा कोर्ट में संजय को दोषी ठहराया गया है, जिसमें 64, 66 और 130/1 ये 3 भारतीय न्याय संहिता का जो ये 3 धाराएं लगाया गया था। इन तीनों धाराएं में इनको दोषी ठहराया गया है। मगर परिवार की तरफ से आज जो पिताजी है विक्टिम का, उनके तरफ से जो दावा किया गया कि खुशी होने का कोई बात नहीं है, ये जस्ट पहला पड़ाव है, और भी बहुत सारे दिन वेट करना पड़ेगा, और भी बहुत सारे पड़ाव है, क्योंकि कुछ दिन पहले भी विक्टिम का परिवार की तरफ से कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट में एक याचिका दायर किया गया है, जिसमें 42 क्वेश्चन उनकी तरफ से अराइज किया गया है। जो सवाल है सीबीआई के सामने, जो सवाल में वो लोग जानना चाहेंगे कि सीबीआई का ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन में अभी तक क्या क्या निकल आया है, जो सवाल उनके मन में है वो सवाल का जवाब सीबीआई दे पाएगा कि नहीं, उस बारे में एक याचिका कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट में उन लोगों की तरफ से दाखिल किया गया है। मगर दूसरी तरफ अगर देखा जाए तो आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का ये घटना करीब 5 महीने हो चुका है। 5 महीने 9 दिन बाद आज ये फैसले के ऊपर ही सबका नजर था कि संजय रॉय का अकेला दोषी है, और इसको लेकर ही आज सियालदा कोर्ट की तरफ से स्पष्ट कर दिया गया है कि संजय रॉय अकेला गुनहगार है रेप एंड मर्डर मामले पर, और रेप एंड मर्डर चार्जेस पर संजय रॉय को दोषी ठहराया गया है। और इसको लेकर परिवार की तरफ से रिएक्शन भी दिया गया है, जिसमें परिवार का जो पिताजी है विक्टिम का, उनके तरफ से कहा गया है खुश होने का कोई बात नहीं है, जस्ट ये पहला पड़ाव है वो हम लोग कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं, और जो कोर्ट है, कोर्ट के ऊपर पूरा भरोसा है कि हम लोगों को न्याय मिलेगा।
ऑलराइट, रैनिक, इस जानकारी के लिए, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका शुक्रिया। ऑलराइट, लेट मी स्टार्ट दिस डिबेट नाउ, स्टार्टिंग आई एम गोना इन फैक्ट invoke Sumit Peer's reaction on what has transpired today. Sumit, while justice has been served, like I said already, the quantum of the punishment is not going to be clear till Monday, but the fact of the matter is that this is one of the most expeditious cases in the history of our country when it comes to rape and such brutality. What do you make of it? Is this, should kudos be given to the administration, or do you think that the agencies realized the gravitas of this case and acted in furnishing the evidence and whatever was required to convict this particular person in time.
I have to say, there are two sides of it. One is, yes, the time with which the honorable court has reached the decision is impressive. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But at the same time, look at the kind of this is a political case we need. Look at the wash up, look at the cover up, look at the politics of it, look at the ruckus it caused, look at how, TMC and Mamta Didi was trying to hide it. Look at how the principal was resigned and he got, dean of another college, how he was transferred. If you look at the complete wash up, and it is not what we are alleging. You look at the doctors, look at the strike, look at what happened in West Bengal. It became a big turning point in the West Bengal politics because you can see the kind and the quantum of cover up, the kind and quantum of patronage this guy was getting. And still, when the punishment is pronounced, still Vineet, I don't know. It's very hard for me to believe personally, with all the due respect to the agencies and the courts of India, is Sanjay the only person involved? Is he he could just walk in and do whatever he could do? Because we don't know what is the root cause, how deep this menace is. Unfortunately, the victim was there. We came to know about it. She unfortunately lost her life. And look at the brutality. We've discussed on your shows and on Newsx the brutality of the rape. It was horrifying. I mean, the pelvic was broken beneath. So how could one person quite possibly do it? There are a lot of things we don't want to cast aspersions right now. But if this kind of things were happening, I still believe at my personal level, this could not have been done alone. And, we have seen how it was being tried. They were trying to hide it up. They were trying to cover it up. They were trying to go right, left and center. This is only the tip of the iceberg. We have to see what the Honorable Court pronounces as the justice. Then after that, we have to also see, are there any other people involved? I would definitely recommend that, a higher level of investigation should be ordered. And even after the thing, we have to look at it, is this all what it is? How could this person act with so much impunity? How did he have so much of excess? And how could he commit such a heinous crime, without anybody getting a whimper of it, a whisker of it? How is that possible? So there was a lot of things to what it is there. Only the beginning is right. Yes, the time is impressive. This is something it's a new thing that, under the new laws, within 150 days, we could have somebody kind of being convicted and, declared as an offender. Okay, the quantum of the punishment will be determined on Monday, the student away from now. But does it kind of conclude the things? No. I think it is the beginning to the end. The point which is still, it is not about Sanjay. It is about the ecosystem which is at work. It is about the system which has failed the doctor. It is about a young girl getting brutalized in her work, in doing her job as a doctor. It is the failure of the state machinery. It is the failure of the administration, and then it is the political cover-up, which we have seen. The whole of nation has seen.
Okay. All right. Let's get a response from Nilanjan Das on what you have also said. Nilanjan, how do you respond to what Sumit has said? That obviously, there were political attributions to how this case was initially handled, or some would say mishandled by the TMC. How do you respond?
Well, give me a break. Now, still after 162 days, if someone from the BJP will come out and say that her pelvic girdle was broken and all this rubbish that went on for 3.5 months, all these things have been proven wrong. Look at the real autopsy report. So I don't understand how can some people go on spreading fake news. We have had enough of it. The court has given its verdict. Sanjay Roy is the only accused, is the prime accused. He has committed the rape. He has committed the murder. Now let's have a break. I mean, this is a case in which we saw to what level the BJP, the left and the ultra left, this cabal can go to, just to defame a state, just to defame one chief minister. So today the Kolkata police stands vindicated. They had arrested this criminal. Within 24 hours, they got only 4 or 5 days for investigation, and then it was handed over to the CBI. Now, my fellow panelist just said that we need higher levels of investigation. What does he mean? He's talking about cover-up. Why does the theory of cover-up doesn't feature in the charge sheet filed by the CBI that reports to the Honorable PMO? So these are the questions that must be asked. Today, the BJP and the CPM, especially, they must hang their heads in shame. They have been served a tight slap on their face. We must understand, and yes, the parents, they are not satisfied. They have been misled by these elements, by the same elements. We saw the kind of ruckus that was created, and the people of Bengal have given even greater slaps to these parties. In all the by-elections, these parties have faced, they have got zero. So I think they must hang their heads in shame. Today, the Mamata Banerjee government stands vindicated. The way the state machinery, it was, the way different kind of charges were leveled against the state government. I think they must really introspect, and they must really say, they must apologize to the nation.
Okay, let's get a response from Rajashri Lahiri on what you have said. Rajashri Lahiri, if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All right. What do you make of Nilanjan's comments that the TMC was adept at doing their job? It was their swiftness and their professionalism and quick thinking that has led to this case, concluding so expeditiously.
Really? So what was the necessity of the top cops of West Bengal police to come up in front of the media, show up some corpse images to say that no, the crime scene was never altered? Every single thing, the larger conspiracy, the bigger conspiracy, tampering of evidences, alteration of the crime scene, everything is mentioned in the charge sheet already submitted in the Honorable Supreme Court by the CBI. Had CBI received the case 5 days before, on the very first day, rather than receiving it 5 days after the incident that had happened, when the Trinamool Congress MLA who was present at the crematorium making a hurry to burn the dead body of the victim, when the parents of the victim, they wanted a second post-mortem to be done, an autopsy to be done from a central government hospital, and when the Honorable MLA of the opposition party, that's BJP in Bengal, Ognimitra Pal, was taking their parents to the Honorable Governor, there was a call which had come down that you come down immediately, reach your home, else your daughter's dead body shall be burnt at the crematorium without your presence. The hush-up, the cover-up that has happened, which is absolutely clear from the Chief Minister's herself involvement, her tensions that had happened over there, the involvement of the top cops, the police, each and every statement, even Trinamool Congress cadres who were identified by the police to be fingerprint expert. Wow! Now Trinamool Congress spokesperson is asking for a break. What was the need of a Trinamool Congress cadre to be sent and identified as a fingerprint expert? Hundreds of people were got into that particular crime scene. The entire room where the crime had happened was broken. The walls were broken immediately after. There was no existence of the room itself.
Again, fake news.
Who's going to cover up? Who's trying to cover up? Why did the Chief Minister offered money? When
this
the
should
body of
constitute
the
concept of
victim was lying at the home, her police came and offered cash to her parents. Who gave the cash?
Oh my
Who
God.
gave the cash to the police? Was it from the exchequer? Is there any report of that cash? Her parents have said this clearly in front of the media. Who gave that cash? Was it a money from the cut money from the Trinamool Congress leaders? Is Trinamool Congress leaders, they have taken up this job to go to the crematorium and hurry up in burning up the corpses?
Okay.
You can go at each and every crematorium.
Okay, let me quickly get a response to what you've said from Nilanjan. Nilanjan, 30 seconds. I have to rope in other guests as well. They've been waiting. Quickly, Nilanjan.
I mean, again, he has just offered a bunch of lies, some fake news that they have been doing. They are masters in this. They get this training from Amit Malviya. So I have nothing to say. Whatever he has said just constitutes as contempt of court, because nothing that he has said, he is actually implicating the Honorable Chief Minister. I think he should have some shame. He should have some shame.
Okay, all right, okay. Tairaji,
30 seconds.
all right. Tairaji
Vinita.
not with us at this point in time. Dr. PSV Rao also joins us. Dr. Rao, how is this a relief for the medical community? I remember speaking with you and you expressed grave concern about the security of doctors. But this is just more, this is not just a case about, an assault and a murder of a doctor. It's much more than that.
Yes, Vineet, this is much more than this, correct? You're right in saying that. I am now far more concerned, and right from the beginning I have been concerned how such incidents will not be repeated. What security has been provided to the doctors on duty, especially those who are on night duty? See, the Ajikar Medical College building is a pretty old building. There are a lot of areas which are dark, and if what has been mentioned in the verdict today, if they are saying that this is the only person, that it was in the correct place, the body hadn't been shifted from somewhere else, and all, tell me, how come the neighboring ward and the people there didn't hear the noise? So there are reasons to have many doubts as to if this was only he was involved or there were more people involved. And it is it's quite well known that when the doctors were protesting, there was a group who came and attacked them and went into the hospital and caused destruction. What were they destroying? So we need transparency in all this, and we need an assurance that doctors in future, there won't be a repeat of this incident. There will be security to the doctors. I have written on this also, and I think this is high time that we get airport kind of security. You can't have people just barging into the hospital, a group or a gang, and destroying whatever they feel like and attacking doctors. So it is not only her incident, the incidents that followed caused us to feel very insecure. I have no doubt, this is what we doctors feel. We feel insecure to this day. We need to know what all security measures have been taken. Have they put up, lighted up all the areas? Have they put security cameras everywhere? Have they given guards? Have they specifically ensured that doctors on duty, especially the women, are safe? Have the parking areas been lighted up and security beefed up there? And is everyone who is walking into the hospital being checked? How do you know anyone won't do a terrorist attack in future? These in the airport you have multiple levels of security and check. We need that now in the hospital. Otherwise you will have further incidents, and this is not what we were hoping for. And as to this particular case, there still seems to be a lot of loose ends, and we need transparency and a clear idea of what transpired that day, because there are too many questions being raised by the people there. I am sitting in Bangalore. I'm not in a position to know exactly what is the details of what exactly was found on whatever was left of the evidence. There was definitely tampering of evidence. There is no question about that. And why it was done, who was interested in doing this, and what exactly happened. We need more details. We need more facts. And they have been consistently saying that it is under investigation. It is under judicial this thing. And hence, these details are not being released. We need a clear, transparent presentation by the CBI of what they found 5 days late.
Okay, all right. Let me also rope in Ramakant Gaur, lawyer, Supreme Court, into this conversation. Mr. Gaur, your observation of how things have panned out in this case so far. Obviously, the first meticulous observation would be that this has been closed in record time?
Undoubtedly. The trial started in November, and it has been culminated. Sentence will be pronounced. So undoubtedly, it's a case where judiciary has proceeded with the remarkable speed. Having said that, I was hearing the comments by the political experts and the way things are being portrayed. Like Mr. Das said, that this is fake news. Brother, this is not a fake news. This is something which is recorded in the orders of the court, right from the single judge of Calcutta High Court to the Chief Justice's Court of Calcutta High Court and then Chief Justice of India's Court. If you look at the incidents and the chain of events, everything was not right. Just, I did not interject.
Let him finish. Let him finish, Nilanjan. Nilanjan, let him finish.
What are you talking about? Just clarify, please. Just clarify.
He will. He is in the process of that. Nilanjan, let me do all the asking. If you have a counterpoint, I'll give you an opportunity. Please let him finish.
So for 13 months, there were incidents of corruption cases against Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. A single judge bench led by Justice Bharadwaj, Rajarshi Bharadwaj, passed an order observing that there have been no action against this person for 13 months. The complaint was there with the Commissioner of Police, Calcutta. Nobody budged. As far as the role of Sandeep Ghosh is concerned, that was questioned by Calcutta High Court and then by Supreme Court as well. What was hurry in destruction of evidence? Having said that, because CBI also arrested Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, this is also a matter of record. But my question is, why did CBI not file charge sheet within the period of 90 days against Sandeep Ghosh and his other accomplices? That's a question mark. Because if you are so sensitive, you are arresting somebody and you are finding somebody prima facie guilty, then why the charge sheet was not filed? So the investigation in respect of Dr. Sandeep Ghosh and his accomplices towards the destruction of evidence is yet to be addressed. And this is a matter of records. Somebody wants to question that, please go and look into the court's records. Saying something as fake news is something different. It is also a matter of fact. There was a statewide and then nationwide representation by doctors, and a national task force was constituted by the Chief Justice of India. No doubt, Ms. Mamata Banerjee went on the spot. She tried to negotiate, but when the matter was flared up, initially before Calcutta High Court, what was being said is that everything is fine. Till Supreme Court, they were saying this, that everything was fine. We conducted post-mortem within record time. We did everything as per records. But Chief Justice of India declined each of their pleadings. And that is the reason. See, trial court has passed this judgment in 3 months' time. But why? Because right up to the court of Chief Justice of India was involved, looking into the matter, and every he was working with alacrity.
So you're right, sir. It's the pressure of this entire case as well. It's the pressure of this entire case that also led to this speedy conclusion. Well, it's not concluded. There are appeals that can be filed by the accused as well. Tahira Hassan, women rights activist, also joins us on the program. Tahira ji, your first impressions of the verdict that's come out today. We obviously will navigate away from the politics, look at the social meaning of what's transpired here today. Is this going to serve as a deterrence when it comes to the heinous crime of rape in our country?
Come in. I'm sorry.
Nilanjan, one second. Nilanjan, I'll come to you right after this.
No, he cannot just get away by,
Nilanjan, nobody's getting away with anyone. Everyone deserves a chance to speak. Let Tahiraji finish her statement. I'll come to you.
I'm saying this is the only first step towards justice. At least the session court has found this man guilty, and quantum of punishment will be decided on Monday. I think it should be very severe. Whether he was alone, a culprit, or others were behind it, it is a matter of investigation. I think honorable court will take the care of this. But questions which rises here are how this man, who is a civic volunteer, went inside the premises of Arjikar Medical College in night, and who committed such a heinous crime of rape and murder. How this happened? Why the security is not tightened up in the medical college, which is the oldest medical college for our doctors, especially our lady doctors, who was on duty, She was serving to the people, needy people. So why the security was not proper, and the infrastructure also, I will say. So these are the questions which the accountability must be fixed on the administration also, that who allowed this man to enter and how this civic volunteer enter, who has a background of violence, as his ex-wife has reported that he has that background. He used to indulge in the domestic violence and all. He used to treat women as a commodity, misbehave with them. So these things are taken in account, when we talk of justice especially for the women whom body is violated. This young trainee doctor, who was the bright future of our country, was raped, brutally raped and murdered. Such a heinous crime which shook the entire nation. And after that protest, that brought entire Bengal in hold, after this. So I think these are few questions which should be answered. Now the court has found this man, Sanjay Roy, guilty, but who are behind him, this will also be revealed. We must trust court.
Okay. All right.
We must trust our institution, I will say. We must trust our institution. We must trust court also. I am, as a women activist, feel very sad after, whenever any rape takes place, I feel so sad. I'm speechless sometimes. Don't know how to express my feeling. But we all trust on the court.
All right.
But if it
All right. Okay. Let me rope in Nilanjan also, ma'am. Then I'll go to Sumit P. Nilanjan, go ahead. It's your opportunity to respond.
My previous speaker, Mr. Gore, he said that this is not fake news. Evidences were tampered. Raju Shida said that the crime scene has been demolished. People from outside came in. Who came in from outside on the 15th August night? They were all hooligans of the BJP and the DYFI. All these things are recorded. The problem is you have such short memory. It was a sleep study room that was at a different location. That was demolished to make restrooms for female doctors. This doctor, Dr. Tilottama, she was resting at a seminar hall. So you have to know what the thing actually is. You just can't say that evidences have been tampered. There are other people behind. The entire Shondeep Ghosh case, Dr. Shondeep Ghosh's case, that's a different case. That's a corruption case. Okay, that is going to be looked at differently, separately. Currently, we are discussing about the rape and murder of Dr. Tilottama. What has Dr. Shondeep Ghosh got to do with this?
Vinit, I need to respond.
So that is the problem. And regarding the security, yes, the security has been beefed up. Security has been beefed up. Honorable Chief Minister of Bengal, she has introduced a bill, Aparajita bill. She has introduced other measures. What is the central government waiting for? Why is the Honorable President of India not signing that bill? These are the questions that the BJP should answer.
Okay.
And we have had enough of this fake news, enough of these fake stories.
Okay.
And
All
these
right.
are some of the people, I'm sorry to say, on national television, we have people from across India, and they have got, so little knowledge about the actual situation on the ground.
Fair
and
enough.
they come out and say anything and everything.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. And Mr. Lahiri wants to come in on what you have said. Go ahead, Mr. Lahiri.
Yeah, hi Vinith. Probably Nilanjanda has mixed up two things. Let me just clarify. Number one, firstly, there was an attempt to demolish the crime scene on 14th of August night. That is
by BJP goons.
Nilanjanda, let me complete. I didn't disturb you. Okay. There was an
You have no face to do that today.
Let me please speak. You don't need to cover up. Everybody knows Atin
Okay,
Ghosh's
Nilanjan, let him finish his point. Nilanjan, one second. Nilanjan, come on. Come on, Nilanjan, he let you speak. Nilanjan, I will give you an opportunity to respond. Nilanjan, I will give you an opportunity to respond. Let him make his point. Mr. Lahiri, go ahead. 1 second, Nilanjan, this is unfair. Nilanjan, you're being unfair now. Everybody let you speak. Let him make his point. I'll come back to you.
What do you mean by everybody let me speak? You have had 4 panelists on the panel.
Fair enough. Let him finish his point. You don't want him to speak? You want him to not respond to you? Is that what you want?
Congress does in the assembly also. They switch off their the microphones off.
Nilanjan, you will get an opportunity to debunk. Nilanjan, you will get an opportunity to debunk and respond to something you don't concur with, but let them make their point. Mr. Lahiri, go on.
Secondly, the attempt was there on the 15th of August. The audios, the videos clearly stated that they were talking that seminar room mein chalte hai. In Bengali they had spoken. I'm translating this in Hindi for you. Seminar room mein chalte hai, wahan jana hai. It was clearly audible from the videos that all got circulated, even the police has. They were confused about the 3rd floor and the 4th floor. Why? Because in Bengali, the 3rd floor, what we say as 3rd floor, it means actually the 4th floor. Because the ground floor in Bengali we call is ke pehli manzil. So that's why they got confused, 3rd and 4th floor. They went into a different floor. They tried to do that. They didn't succeed. Then the hospital authority, they themselves demolished that particular room, taking signatures of the doctors. Those who became the face of the protest in Bengal. They signed the documents. They didn't let anybody know. And the entire crime scene was altered. Now, in the lines of Ramakanji, let me also tell you that Ramakanji, whatever you have said about Sanjay Roy, you would be surprised to know that
all of these things, Mr. Lahiri, the fact of the matter is that all of these nuances. 1 second, all right. Well, the fact of the matter is, Sumit Peer, the fact of the matter is that all these nuances have been taken care of by the court. We should not be the judge and juror over here. The fact of the matter is still very clear, Sumit Peer, that this has been an exemplary execution of a case. It's a fast track case in its essence. Don't you think that some sort of credit ought to be given to the government of the day, Sumit Peer?
See, Vineet, if you talk of the credit, I started, it is a milestone which the judiciary of India has achieved, and we have proved that we can even fast track cases. All the things for that. Vineet, tell me, there was a rape of somebody called Nirbhaya. Very unfortunate thing, rape and murder. Now, if we see this was just a rape which happened, after that it changed. Congress was out of power. It changed the paradigm. The new POSCO Act came in. It revolutionized everything. Now, there are some things which change the civilization, which change everything. If you are just going to say it was a rape of a doctor, it was a rape and murder of a doctor on a duty in her own hospital by a person who came in and did it. There are some facts. Look, the vandalization of crime scene was happened. Crime scene was tampered. We all know it. And when CBI came into the picture, they could get what they could get. So the point question here is that we cannot say that, by just finding one Sanjay Roy and hanging him up, it's all over. If it is all over, why were the people or why were the doctors of West Bengal protesting? Why was such a big protest? Why did Mamata Banerjee need to come and negotiate with them for months and months and months? Why do you think they're all stupid? They're all working for BJP. Are they BJP agents? Now, after having such a thing done to their own colleague, now we are talking of fake news, fake news. I can say it's all your propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. It's all your TMC's propaganda, what you're talking here. By calling it fake news, it doesn't become. Bhai, dekh, hassa mat. If if I start, if I start talking on my voice, no, you can't.
Nilanjan, come on, show some respect. Come on, Nilanjan. Nilanjan.
Don't do this mockery on national TV, okay? Don't do this mockery on national TV. If you want to join a circus,
Alright.
go and join a circus.
You are
If you
lying
want to
on
be a
national
monkey,
television.
join a
You
circus.
have lied about the
Join a
president.
circus. That is what you
should have
deserve to be
shame.
do. Don't make mockery of
You
what
should
people
have
wanted.
some shame. I cannot expect
What do
it
you mean
from
by fake
BJP
news?
stooges.
What do you mean
I'm
by fake
sorry.
news? You are, if you want
You
to
guys
join
are
a circus,
shameless
some
to
do
the
your
core.
tricks here.
You are
Do
shameless
tricks
to
here.
the
Sabke
core.
join kar le. Don't dare to talk like this.
Arey, you are the party that
What
garlands
fake news?
rapists.
You
are
are
the party that garlands
perpetrating
rapists.
crime.
All right, Nilanjan, one second. Let me get Mr. Ramakant Gaur into this picture as well. Mr. Gaur, Mr. Gaur.
Shut up! You are
No,
lying.
come on, Nilanjan. I won't allow that kind of a language. Nilanjan, one second. One second, Nilanjan. Nilanjan, 1 second. Here's your opportunity to respond. Hold on. Don't scream,
No,
Nilanjan.
you are not giving me that opportunity.
Sumit, 1 second. Sumit Peer, 1 second. Let's set this for once and for all. Sumit, 1 second. Nilanjan, here's your opportunity to respond. All right, go on now. Sumit Peer, 1 second. Sumit Peer, Nilanjan, here is your opportunity to respond. Go ahead now. Nobody will interrupt. Go on.
He is, whatever he's saying, he's lying. That is the end of it.
Why don't you
He is
correct?
lying.
Why don't you
Or
correct? Why don't you tell him the real version if he's lying?
What is he talking about? That the actual crime scene has been, the crime scene is completely sealed. It is under CISF protection. What is he talking about? He has no knowledge of it. A separate room, a sleep study room, that was, some construction was being done in a separate room. That has nothing to do with the crime scene. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the fact. And he's talking about the goons have come in. Are goons from the BJP have come in?
Why were your doctors then protesting? What
why
was your
is he talking in
situation and
between?
negotiating?
Why is he talking
If
in
there was
between?
everything right, why were Bengali doctors?
Sumit, let him finish.
Bengali
Sumit, 1
doctors
second.
all- We have had.
The doctors of
Okay,
Bengal are stupid.
that is the greatness. That
Are
is the
all the
Bamana
doctors of
alliance.
Bengal stupid
That
and
is the
genius? They don't
left
know
and
what
the
they are doing.
BJP alliance.
Sumit, 1 second. Sumit, 1 second.
Doctors from the left and the BJP mindset. They were doing this protest.
Sumit Peer, 1 second. Sumit, 1 second. Sumit, let him finish. Nilanjan, wrap up your point. Nilanjan. Sumit Peer, 1 second. Sumit Peer, 1 second. Nilanjan, wrap up your point. There are other people also waiting to speak. Nilanjan, wrap up.
Why is he not talking about? Why doesn't?
Why were your doctors protesting?
Okay, we'll have to mute both of them. PCR, please mute all of them. Both of them, in fact, Ramakant Gaur. So, how would you respond to what Nilanjan is saying? Does it make any sense crying over this spilt milk?
I belong to
One
the
is fake news. Another is, he's talking about fake news, and another thing, what he's talking about is everybody on the planet who's talking about this case is a liar.
You are a liar.
Nilanjan, come on. Nilanjan, come on, yeah. Don't do this.
Any certificate
Nilanjan, he didn't call you a liar when you were speaking. This is Nilanjan. You're getting very aggressive. There is no need for that. I gave you an opportunity to speak. You will have to allow other people to talk as well. You cannot monopolize this debate. There are other people. Let's keep it civilized. Let him make his point. I'll give you another opportunity on top of that to respond. But don't get personal, Nilanjan. Mr. Gaur, go on.
I'm just leaving this debate.
Mr. Gaur, go on.
So basically, if you look at the High Court's order or you look at the Supreme Court orders, time and again, this hearing went on for, say, around 3 months, and every single time, either it is Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court or Chief Justice India's Court, not a single day was there when Calcutta Police or CBI or anybody else involved in the investigation was not pulled up. So it was court's activism which took place. I invite and enroll anybody and everybody from the political side. Why Prakash Singh's judgment is still lying in the idle pens of the government, which gives police autonomy to investigate. That's the troublesome thing. When whosoever is in the political dispensation has control on the police, and that's the reason system is not working efficiently. Whether it is Calcutta police, Bombay police, or CBI, see, if they got the autonomy, they can investigate it well.
Okay.
Judiciary had the autonomy. They had.
All right. So we have a paucity of time. Dr. Rao wants to say something. Dr. Rao, go ahead, sir.
The judge or the court can't go to the site of the crime and investigate. It all depends on what evidence is provided to them. So if there is tampering of evidence, destruction of evidence, then even the most honorable judge and the most honorable court can't give you a justice. So it is very important that the investigative agencies have freedom and are allowed to come and investigate as soon as the crime occurs. If the investigative agencies don't care or they allow destruction of evidence or alteration of evidence, even the best judicial system can't help you. Yes, Vinit.
All right. Tairaji, quick closing comment from you.
It's a very sad affair that we all are debating here, and we are not concerned that we have lost very talented women who has been brutally raped and murdered. Nothing could be more heinous crime than violating women's body. And it's very true that he said, participant, that whatever investigative agencies must be prompt and must collect the evidences very, very fast. Because whatever evidences will be produced in the court, the honorable judges will give the judgment on those evidences only. So it is always said that collect the evidences as soon as possible. So police must do their duty properly. And the accountability, again, I will say how this civic volunteer entered in the hospital, how he managed to enter in hospital premises. This should be investigated properly, and who all are behind him, if there is anybody. Right now, I'm not sure. But if anybody is behind this man, he should also be punished.
Absolutely.
So I said that this is the first step towards justice. But we should wait how the things are taking place. Don't politicize it. Because after this incident, the young girl was raped in Dehradun in a standing bus. After that, 2 minor girls were raped in Thane, in school. So it is like that, whether rape is with the doctor, whether rape is with the agricultural laborers, women, anybody, it's a heinous crime. It should be taken very serious.
All right.
We can't be selective in that. It's such a sad affair. The political parties should sit together and decide this, that police should be sensitized and they should collect the evidences promptly. Then only the evidence, when the evidences will be produced in the court, honorable court will give the judgment on those evidences only.
All right. Well, we are continuing to talk about this important matter in the next half an hour as well. But right now, we're dipping into a very short break. We'll be right back.